Hello, everybody. My name is Kevin. I've been a New York Jets fan since 1982, and this is my review of yesterday's tough loss, another tough loss. This time around, 20-12 to the Buffalo Bills at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo. This was a real opportunity for the Jets to create a little distance again between them and the New England Patriots and also the Los Angeles Chargers. Unfortunately, that did not work out, and it was also an opportunity to sweep the Buffalo Bills, whom we had beaten earlier this year. Unfortunately, that did not happen. The first half was, quite frankly, due to the weather conditions and all that, it was a pretty boring first half. It was basically 3 yards in a cloud of dust on both sides of the ball for both teams. Bunch of punts, a bunch of 3 and outs, punt, 3 and out, punt. 3 and out, punt, 3 and out, punt on both sides. Then towards the end of the first half, I think really the moment that changed the game. It was 4th and 1. Buffalo was around midfield. I felt that they were going to punt, so all the Jets defense had to do, who had been playing well by that point, is to not go off sides. And what happens? C.J. Mosley, a freaking 8-year veteran, one of the leaders of the team, decides to jump off sides, and not only that, he jumps all the way and jumps into one of the Buffalo Bills players. Then what really pissed me off is the fact that when they panned that camera to him afterward, he's sitting there, he's laughing. About 2-3 plays later, Buffalo goes in and gets a touchdown, goes up 7-0 at the half. I was at a freaking Twin Peaks, and I damn near threw my lemonade at the TV, and I almost got myself in a whole lot of trouble. Because this has been the problem, particularly with the Jets defense. They get stupid penalties at the wrong time of a game. Go back to the Patriots game at home. The Jets had got a pick six. They were up 10-3. John Franklin Myers gets a roughing the passer penalty. And eventually New England climbs back into the game. Now, this one's a little different because the game was tied. But yet again, the Jets were doing well, playing well going into halftime, and then C.J. Mosley, again, one of the quote-unquote leaders of the team, does something that stupid. Honestly, Robert Saleh should have sat his ass down for the rest of the game for doing something that stupid. Now, the loss is not totally on him. There was a couple of dumb penalties also by Michael Carter II, a couple of pass interference calls, but really the loss is on C.J. Mosley from the defensive side. Other than that, they played well. And look, even C.J. Mosley played well, but what he did on that play was freaking inexcusable and really pissed me off. Now, from the offensive side of the ball, you saw some bright spots from Bam Knight. Bam Knight should be the starter the rest of this year going forward. Also, Mike White played his heart out. He got the ball to 9 different receivers. We had a Denzel Mims sighting. Denzel Mims played well. Elijah Moore played well. Garrett Wilson, congratulations on setting the Jets rookie receiver record, breaking Keyshawn Johnson's record. And Garrett Wilson broke that record with 4 games to go. I fully expect Garrett Wilson to become a 1,000-yard receiver in his rookie season and should be a candidate for Offensive Rookie of the Year, and I think he should win it at this point. With that being said, I tell people outside of YouTube and outside of these spaces, in football, you win games at the line of scrimmage. The offensive line is the bread and butter of football. And quite frankly, the offensive line yesterday was freaking offensive. That offense almost got off. They almost got Mike White killed. They got him seriously hurt. He left the game twice because he took a couple of hard, clean hits from Buffalo Bills defenders. Then Joe Flacco comes in. Joe Flacco's done. I never want to see him in a Jets uniform again. On the first play, he fumbles. Buffalo recovers, and basically any kind of momentum the Jets might have had, it just kind of went out the drain. The Jets kind of sputtered on offense throughout. Mike White played well. He showed he was a warrior with his toughness, but let's be honest, Mike White kind of struggled at times. There were lapses of brilliance, and then there were lapses of when he didn't play so good. So still the offense is still trying to find its footing. While I understand, the weather conditions, you still got to get it done because, quite honestly, despite C.J. Mosley's stupidity, the defense kept you in the game. I do got to question the 4th and 1 when the Jets were down 20-9. I questioned Robert Saleh's decision to go for a field goal. They should have gone for a touchdown. Would have made it 20-16. It unfortunately just wasn't meant to be. So now you got to look at the big picture. Right now, the Jets have lost 2 in a row. They're 7-6. Last night, the Los Angeles Chargers went out there and beat the Miami Dolphins. So now the Chargers are in the 7th and final slot in the AFC. The Patriots are playing the Arizona Cardinals right now. So the Patriots would be able to leapfrog the Jets also, since they swept the Jets. Honestly, I have no faith that the Arizona Cardinals can beat the Patriots tonight. Right now, the Jets, basically, to get in, they have to win all 4 games. They got to win these last 2 home games against the Lions and the Jaguars. They got to go into Seattle after that, at Seattle. And they got to win that last game at Miami. And I think that'll be the game that might decide which one of those 2 teams gets to the playoffs. The Chargers, they've got a pretty easy schedule the rest of the way. As far as the Patriots after tonight's game, they've got the Raiders, they've got the Bengals, who are red hot, and then they've got 2 big divisional games to end the season, Miami and Buffalo. And I'm sure Buffalo is really going to want to knock New England out of the playoff picture. So I expect Buffalo to win that. Miami's got a brutal schedule. They've got Buffalo this week, then they got the Packers, then they've got New England, and then they've got the Jets. So there is still hope for the New York Jets to get into the playoffs. But quite frankly, I expected them to go 10-7 this year and make the playoffs as a wild card team. Quite frankly, they're going to have to win all 4 games. And between those games, between the other 3 members of the AFC East, I think things will kind of pan out, but only if the Jets win all 4 games. I think the Chargers will probably win all 4 games too. So right now, as it stands, if the Jets were to win this weekend and the Dolphins were to lose to Buffalo, the Jets might be able to creep back into the playoff picture. But regardless, and I think, again, in order for the Jets to win, they got to win all 4 games on their regular season schedule for them to make the playoffs. I think even if they lose one, they might be on the outside looking in. Talk to you later.